Day3, ForGG, Percival, PartinG, Zest. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2021 GSL Season 2.
Break it down. Whip. Was that part of the song? What was that?
Yeah, let's get with the times,
did
man.
our song get the hiccups? What was that?
Songs are supposed to sound like they end abruptly. That ends abruptly when we come on camera, too. So, we had that series. Percival is into the Code S. That should be a lot of fun to see such new blood in there during that group selection ceremony.
Such new blood.
Such
new
blood.
blood is so...
It's so new.
Yes.
You kidding me, man?
Young blood.
Yeah. These older players, man.
Young blood Percival is now his full name, man. Only been playing for 4 years. He's got his bachelor's in StarCraft. That's pretty damn impressive, man. I mean, I know there's been people that have been watching this and playing since the beginning who haven't ever been to Code A or Code S, who probably think that's cool, but also that hurts a lot. But some people, man, some of these guys, these new guys especially, have so much talent. I really look forward to seeing how he's going to play in Code S. I think he could do pretty well. I think ForGG was actually a pretty good test of where Percival is at. ForGG is someone who's been amazing and has always been good. He's been very active as well in StarCraft 2, streaming a lot.
Yeah, it's certainly true, but I think Percival's right from his interview when he says he's going to be the weakest player there and probably picked up very quickly. If he doesn't get picked in the first round,
he's just being a Korean pro gamer.
That's true,
and you know he's going to be fully there when he starts doing interviews where he's dominating the best in the world and going, I would rate myself as a D, and I'm overall very disappointed in my play.
Try to show better.
I'll try to show better games
next time.
Wow, you 4-1 Maru. How do you feel? Overall, the games did not go the way I expected, and I'm hoping to do better in the finals of GSL.
We do have some really great interviews.
We do.
In Korean StarCraft.
We do. And he'll be there soon.
Yeah.
We have a great match coming up next. We are going to have our boy PartinG going up against our boy Zest. Our boys!
Yeah.
Two Protoss legends. I don't know who you're going to root for. Well, you're going to root for Zest, and I'm going to root for PartinG because that's how this goes.
Yeah, it's good versus evil.
It is. This is good versus this is chaos versus what do we call it? Order.
Something
Adept
like that.
all-ins. What do you call it?
Yeah. Honestly, looking at this match though, and I always bet on Zest, but he's supposed to go to the military really soon.
Yeah.
It's hard because like a bunch of people are ready to go to the military. TY went. Stats went, right? So now we're on Zest, who was supposed to go around the same time but hasn't yet. We thought that we weren't going to see him this season, perhaps. So that makes me think, like, how hard is he practicing? Like, are you going to put your all in when you might not even be able to finish the season? I kind of feel like PartinG's going to take this, to be honest, even though I always bet on Zest. Like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about
It's going to be fun no matter what.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Zest is very, very good PvP, and so is PartinG in a different way.
Yeah, I wonder if Zest might be slightly stronger, but you know, PartinG is a little bit cheesier and crazier.
Yeah, which is helpful in PvP.
Yeah, well, PvP is the matchup that I think has so many more moving parts than almost any other matchup in RTS, really. There's so many builds that can interact with each other, and things move so quickly.
Overall, lately, I felt like Zest has been in better shape than PartinG. PartinG had some greatness to him. Like, as you can see, Katowice, he did pretty well, obviously, with a round of 4. But, like, just generally speaking, I guess, I feel like PartinG isn't quite the same level he was, like, 8 months ago. Like, 8 months ago, it looked like he was one of the very best. A year ago, it looked like he was one of the very best. And right now, I'm like, ooh, like, it's not as reliable, you know?
I guess this will be a pretty good test to see where he's at exactly. I think Zest is a very tough opponent. It's kind of weird this is a Code A match.
It is.
Of all these great players that we have. I mean, obviously, it's always exciting to have these two play, but it feels like it's a bit too early, but I guess that's where StarCraft 2 is at now. You know, even with so many players going to the military, we've got new players like Percival coming into the scene, and these players that have been, you know, basically fixtures of GSL for almost a decade, their spots are being challenged right now.
Yeah. See what Zest can do here. Of course, one of the most accomplished Protosses of all time.
Yeah.
has that tie with MC for 2 GSL championships, the most for Protoss.
We're going to go to Light Shade to start this off. This is the last best of 5, a fight to decide who will get the last spot in the GSL Code S. PartinG versus Zest, 2 legends of the Protoss race, now fighting it out to survive here in Season 2 of the GSL Code A. Soon to have the GSL Code S just a week from now.
PartinG.
I'm sorry, did we not have the intro?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, that's taking a long time. All right. So, I'm hoping that we see a PartinG Cannon Rush in this series.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get enough
Well,
of that in GSL.
It's always exciting when he does it. The problem is he's done it enough times that, I mean, look at that right there. We have PartinG even checking. Excuse me, Zest even checking there.
Yeah.
Well, color swapped.
You got to be wary of this guy. I mean, he is one of the best cannon rushers in the world for sure.
And immediately PartinG, I'm sorry, Zest. Why do I keep swapping these colors? Zest has sent this.
Well,
there's like a blue
twinge.
hue on this
Yeah.
probe, but it's actually a red probe.
Yeah.
It's bothering me.
Yeah. It's like trying to be like a Shakuris probe or something, but all it's doing is confusing poor Tasteless here.
And so we've got a pylon out on the map. Now we'll see if and when he uses this.
Yeah, he goes up to the corner, then turns around and goes back. You know, sometimes you do see just the hidden pylon, but it looks like he will end up using it here. I mean, it looks to me like it's a Stargate placement. He is making a couple of adepts here as well. See if this is like the full-blown, you know, SOS style, where you make like 6 adepts and oracles and just try to kill your opponent's probes.
Could be.
Yeah, it's possible.
Now here comes PartinG's probe moving through the map. It does not spot the probe that was actually coming there from that angle from Zest.
That would have been huge if he had.
Yeah, had you seen the probe coming from that angle, you would basically be very suspicious of something being hidden in the upper right quadrant of the map. And so he just comes back. This is going to go undetected. Now there's a second pylon hidden by Zest over here in the mirrored opposite location of the map.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Like, is he just going to do a big follow-up cheese to this? Like, I honestly am unsure. Okay, it looks like he's going to bank oracles.
Yeah, this can be pretty smart. He's going to keep the adept pressure on, forcing batteries or pylons to be made to block. And he makes another gateway. So basically, Zest is engineering a very strong rush to come out here. Now, the fact of the matter is also that PartinG is setting his stalkers across the map. The adepts and stalkers can meet this over here.
And another gate coming up for Zest. So wait, he's going
Proxy
oracles
into 3-gate pressure. Yeah.
Into 4-gate pressure.
Like you mean there was another gate made in the main? No, I think it's 3 gates total.
Did I misread that? I could have sworn I saw 2 gates making right then.
Well, we'll see in a second either way here. The Warp Prism's coming out. They're both rushing each other. These can make for some of the funnest games to see kind of how everything goes. The Oracle is going to spot the Warp Prism.
Oh, very lucky there for PartinG to see Zest flying by with these double Oracles. This is still going to do some damage for sure.
Yeah, the Oracles are, of course, faster than the...
Look at the pro pickups.
That was insane.
Are you kidding me? He's like missing Oracle shots. He only got 2? How does that even happen?
Yeah, tags that instead and leaves. A lot less damage dealt over there. PartinG pulls away.
I find that hard to believe, Tasteless. How did that Like, how do you only get 3 with 2 oracles?
I'll tell you,
there?
it's not the first thing that comes to mind is to try to micro the probes with the War Prism, right? When you see oracles coming, I mean, one of the things that makes oracles so good is that they do damage so fast, especially in pairs. They basically one-shot probes. So that's pretty wild. And it seems like PartinG wants to resume his rush, but he only has half of the puzzle. Damn, that oracle's so low. He doesn't know about the proxied gateway. I thought that was the 3rd, but you say a 4th one was made in the main?
I thought I saw 2 gates under construction there for a moment from Zest. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like he does have a Twilight, and honestly, looking at his main base, it looks like there's only 1 additional building that we haven't seen, which should be the Twilight. So I'm guessing no.
So he's going to try to come up here. And I don't believe that he can break him. I think he can try to chip away at the gates or the pylons. It makes a pretty uncomfortable bottleneck over here for a lot of these other stalkers that want to try to help out. And this is pretty good for PartinG to take out one of the gates.
Yeah, definitely.
And the pylon. I mean, these are all very good trades.
Yeah, PartinG is getting some insane value here.
Now, he saw 2 stalkers warp in there, which should give away that there's a hidden gate if the observer checks everywhere else.
Oh, that's a very good point, yeah. Oh!
Damn.
Some extra damage there, too.
Is this actually worth it?
He just got to overcharge his battery like a couple hits ago. Oh, God.
Yeah, he just wins this game.
Yeah,
PartinG just makes it look easy. Yeah, that math works out. I guess the battery really was drained.
Yeah, no overcharge. I guess that's the end of it. PartinG just going to kill him with some kind of simple Stalker War Prism micro.
Yeah, shooty spiders, pretty good.
Shooty spiders. Fulgor spider aliens. Now, that was insane, though, how he also picked up probes and made a bunch of missed shots on those oracles.
Well, he muted the oracles entirely. That was really nice. And I know that, like, in theory you can do that, but honestly, it wasn't occurring to me when I saw it that you would just actually micro the probes out to the point where the oracles don't have enough energy, and Zest just tags it and leaves.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty humiliating loss for Zest because he got all the setups initially that he needed. But PartinG, very good at thinking on his feet, very good at reacting. He's 1 step there, 2 more wins, and he's got this. How will Zest play on Romanticide, do you think?
Well, I think more of the same taste. Let's hide some buildings and try to kill each other.
True PvP then. Our game has now loaded up. Right now, PartinG with a 1-0 lead in this best of 5 to go to the Code S round of 16.
PartinG.
Yeah, let's see if we end up with a cannon rush. He doesn't have to. Sometimes just people knowing that that cannon rush is a threat is always enough to kind of change the dynamic in PartinG's favor anyways.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Zest.
You can build a reputation as somebody who rushes or cheeses to the point where people are so trying to outmaneuver that it actually, you don't even have to do anything in that best of 5.
You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The cheesiest thing a cheeser can do is a macro build.
Yeah.
That's when you're really expecting them to get hyper aggressive and they just go a little bit greedy. It's like, oh man, you're defending things that are never going to come.
Right. And so the probe's going to come here and check first. PartinG's probe sent out a little bit later. Right now, the build orders are mirroring each other, but there's still many, many forks. Many forks in the road that can be taken for both sides.
Scouting going on here from Zest. There's nothing much to see as of yet. Probe going across the map on the PartinG side. Spawn that additional pylon. There's nothing missing as of yet.
And we basically wait. Again, Zest, you know, what's weird is his opening almost got him there. But PartinG seemed to have a very good sense of what was going on. And I may have missed what exactly was happening on the fight right before Zest had lost that, but it seems like PartinG just chipped away enough and kind of realized, all right, I've got enough that without a sentry there, I could just walk up and take this fight now.
Yeah, and he like walked 2 stalkers through fire, which ate up all the shield battery energy, plus put them very low health.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
true.
I feel like as soon as he saw that happen, he
Zested.
just jumped up. Yeah, Zest.
Yeah,
that's
Zested.
right.
A pylon propped down here to buy time.
PartinG's Nexus is going to be a little bit quicker because of this.
Yeah. And you can't make anything there until the pylon's gone. Now it's going to cancel, but you know, the slightest tempo lead here for PartinG.
Yeah, just looking slightly better for on both sides. Making those sentries, going to be able to send their hallucinated scouts across the map momentarily. This first one going to be coming out of PartinG. Moves far forward to get maximum time. Twilight coming up from PartinG as he sends it across.
So the hallucinated Phoenix Scout is going to see the Twilight coming. There's no hidden structures on the map. It's a pretty slow start here. It is a Forge for PartinG, and a Forge comes down here for Zest, so that should tell us that we're basically going to have a longer PvP.
Yeah, in like the instant that both the Phoenixes scouted 3 sentries on each side, they threw down Forges. You know, that's like as soon as you know that your opponent is not going to kill you, you're not going to kill him, it is time to get a Forge in PvP. So very nice continuations here on both sides. PartinG's build just slightly ahead in all the different ways. He's up a couple probes. His upgrade's just slightly faster. Not the end of the world here for Zest, but something to note.
And the mirrored builds continue on. Blink. Obviously, you have to have that in a later PvP. I don't think we're going to see this really used as much in any kind of aggressive way for now, probably purely for defensive purposes. And this is one where, because both sides played conservatively, we're just going to see the build-up. Now, there's still different ways to play. We've seen Charge Lord Archon used occasionally where Robo Tech is skipped. We've had games where the Robo Tech is leaned into. We have Immortals. We've had Disruptors as well. We just got to wait and see.
Now, PartinG throws down the 3rd Nexus, and Zest flies in just as it's going through. And also, PartinG went Robo, so there's a possibility we see Zest go super aggro here. He either has to make a Nexus right now or go super aggro.
I think he's going to go super aggro. We see 2 gates making. Oh, no, hold on.
He just started
his
3rd Nexus, so.
Right. I thought he might make some more gateways down there.
But he has skipped the Robo so far, which, I mean, in the current PvP meta, you definitely can play like this, right? Just go directly into charge. You know, you have to kind of eventually get observers out, get a prism out, all those good things. Otherwise, you can just die to, you know, any number of things, DTs, reinforcements, that type of thing. Hallucinated Phoenixes continue to fill the skies. Ghosts are real.
Ghosts are real. Yeah, man, a little bit of a slower start here, but I'm excited to see where this is going to go for these 2 players who are such veterans of PvP. When we have an actual longer game, how they're going to take it. The 3rd base is not easy to get into on this as far as an attack goes. You can kind of manage the angles they're going to come in. There's minerals that can be mined out, but obviously in a PvP, you can't mine out your opponent's minerals in any real feasible way.
Yeah, it's really hard to actually do an attack on Romance's side until they get past 3 base.
And so we're going to have to wait and see when the 4th base finally comes, how's that going to be managed there?
Both sides with +2 and charge on the way. We're going to have to see if Zest wants to make any Immortals or not. PartinG is pumping out Immortals. He is chrono boosting them. So going for that slightly more old school comp so far.
So yeah, I don't know, Artosis, you talk, man. There's nothing going on here right now. This is a very slow game.
We just saw what is going to go on, which is Zest adding a secondary Robo.
And getting that,
yeah. There is a possibility, because charge lots are so strong, that you do go into Colossus Tech, but also can be Disruptor here against those Immortals. That is a very strong choice. Temple Archives coming down for PartinG. Don't see that for Zest quite yet. It's so funny, like, when you go for these 3 sentry openings, it's just like non-stop non-stop
Well,
Phoenix is flying in. It's
like
so silly.
It's like free scans for Protoss, basically.
Yeah.
And so they just continue to scout each other out. And I think this might be a good way for these guys to approach this. I mean, it's going to be a hardcore macro game. We do have PartinG throwing down the DT archives there. So
DT Archives.
The DT archives.
I always call it the Dark Spire.
I call
that
it
makes sense.
the Command and Conquer Obelisk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's going to be PartinG taking the first move. Now, I don't think he wants to attack in as much as contain here. I think contain, especially in a game like this, is going to be really important. He can take his fourth, secure this, and basically wait. And again, we see him hitting here. I don't believe he's going to commit, though.
No.
Well, I guess you can hit these gates.
Yeah, totally.
And this is like going to hiccup production a lot. That's going to be a forced cancel for sure.
That is highly annoying. And he's sending a group of Zealots around the other side. We have observer speed on the way right now for Zest, which is kind of interesting to see. You normally don't see that gotten that quickly. But he also got cannons everywhere, so maybe that's just his anti-DT tech.
Now the War Prism's way out of position here. The Zest have enough anyways. Now the fact that he can't save the Immortal is one thing, but he can warp in more units over here for a fight. But with another Immortal over here, can he actually dive on top of that? These Zealots hitting over here on the cannon.
Oh, the overcharge, though. Really buying a ton of time, and he gets back before the probe deaths.
Now,
beautifully done by Zest.
Zest survives that. Good for him, but PartinG has the fourth base up. His mining still has a pretty good launching pad for more attacks to continue to contain, to continue to deny that fourth base.
Both sides pumping out disruptors, getting +3 attack. Both sides going to have observer speed really quickly, which is super cool to see. And DT Blink for PartinG, which of course is a great upgrade as you get big economies.
Okay, Zest is on the hunt now. I think PartinG can rely on these counterattacks for a little bit. I like that he doesn't bring the DT with this. It's sort of it kind of complements the next move. Oh, I'm sorry, the OBS actually sees the DT, but the idea is there. You kill the cannon, then send the DT in a second later.
Yeah. Bide your time with those DTs. You don't need to use them right away. And I mean, as Blink comes up as well, you can always do things like Blink onto the cannons, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So many Stalkers, so many Disruptors being made now. So it looks like it's basically turning into Blink, Disruptor, Blink DT from PartinG, and then Blink Disruptor from Zest.
So Zest has the stronger army, but PartinG has the better position. He hits the War Prism. That's going to make this much weaker. But again, Zest needs to get another base up here, or he needs to attack and kill the fourth. But something has to happen.
Yeah, DT out here, spots it there with the Observer once again. All right, pushing forward here against just Blink Stalkers. He does have more, but the defensive Blink away.
Yeah, good patience there by PartinG to wait for the Zest Blink to come first and then blink away himself.
And now we do have DT Blink. Lots of Disruptors out. It's kind of gotten itself into an interesting position. PartinG is taking a 5th base, though, and Zest still is on 3.
So Zest should, if both armies have to clash, Zest should win pretty handedly.
Yes.
But PartinG's playing a game where that's not supposed to happen.
He's got a lot more, a lot more technical stuff going on, right?
Yeah. Well, he has a lot more, I think, opportunities he's generated for himself.
Yeah.
And with the Disruptors here, that makes the math a lot more fuzzy. Oh! I almost had to like pull the sound back into my mouth. Like,
oh! Gets a little bit there. All right, here comes a massive Zest Zealot attack, but DTs get warped in, and there's a Disruptor there, so he actually has to turn around. His own 4th base may get canceled here.
Could be a big denial.
Oh my God, look at PartinG with his Disruptors. Oh, this is such funny micro.
Trying to micro them post-charge, too.
Yeah. DT's coming out to fight as well. This is getting really complicated.
Son, he's going for the 3rd.
Okay, does do a recall here. Oh my God, some big Disruptor hits.
There's still Zealots back there. I almost didn't see that. Does he actually get it? That might be the big overextension that could cost PartinG the game.
Yeah, you definitely could be right about that.
Bartle, Clartle. That Nexus lived.
That's what people always call me.
No, that's what I call you.
Clartle.
That's our safety word. Dude, he's going to send the Zealots in again.
Yeah, but he is here to block. Clutch force field. but does eliminate himself.
So clutch.
Wow, that
Wicked force field.
Wicked. This is such a different game.
I think I like the way that PartinG's playing this a lot more. He's basically just coming in, and anytime that Zest leaves, he already hammers him. And then he has enough technical stuff to maybe stay alive. Now here comes the full-on counterattack.
It's funny now because PartinG actually has more supply as well.
Well, he basically has played this style long enough that he's ahead. Damn, BT's so slow.
I mean, Zest is doing some things over here with his army.
Well, we got to see if PartinG can curb the attack from Zest, because right now PartinG is still ahead on basically every metric as long as he can deal with the main army. And I think that PartinG has fractured off enough small groups of units like Zealots to hit different locations.
Yeah, I feel like Zest would need the luckiest disruptor hit to hit most of the disruptors here. Because, like, his ground army is stronger, but yeah, look at that. Holy crap.
All right, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's it. That disruptor hit was insane. And Zest GG's. PartinG goes up 2-0. That was such an interesting game because Zest got way more army than PartinG did, and he was doing a good job holding on and everything. He deflected all the attacks. PartinG went up to 5 bases against 3. He was up like 15, 20 probes. But then he had like all this technical stuff going on. He had like DTs warping in at home against the Zealot attacks. He had random disruptors sitting around. It made it very hard for Zest to utilize his huge gateway count.
Yeah. Great game. PartinG, I think, really showed how to control a player in a game where it looked like it was going to be the same thing. PartinG forked this off in a fascinating direction, handled it beautifully. He's up 2-0. Zest needs the ultimate comeback, where it's going to be PartinG moving on to that final spot in the round of 16 of the GSL Code S. Good luck, Zest, because right now PartinG very much in control. Oh, PartinG, you devil, you.
Is this a cannon rush? Is it a proxy gate? I'd imagine it's a cannon rush.
Gotta be a cannon rush.
We don't actually have a pylon yet.
By the way, before this game picks up, there's the pylon.
This has to be proxy multiple gates then.
I think it's like a Brood War, like it's a Brood War double gate.
No, there's some funny like proxy 3-gate stuff I've seen in the past, but it's super not popular.
No, it's some Ooga Booga stuff. For
yeah,
sure.
Well,
this is like, well,
historically, PartinG has paid more attention to the non-Korean scene and gotten a lot of weird builds from like the Chinese players, even from the NA server, right? Like from Max Packs, like he uses really out there stuff.
This would appear, I think, to the casual observer to be initially a cannon rush.
Yes,
like
it definitely looks like a cannon rush. So see, the forge goes down. This is the right counter to a cannon rush. You throw up your own cannon, and then it's like, well, yeah, you can't cannon push a cannon.
So this is a build engineered to basically freak out a player who's extremely good, because you're trying to force. I mean, if you do this against somebody who's bad on the ladder, they don't know what's going on. Yeah. You know, they might not overreact as much.
And look at this, like. Zest has so many probes out here. Okay, he actually cancels his forge. What a good call. That's a great call right there. Zealot's going to be popping out, and he's playing against a Zealot as well. PartinG's core is a little bit quicker after all of this. That's something to mention.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a gate in his main. That's not the biggest deal right now, but it's just something to keep in mind. Like, you do need a gate in your main to have a longevity here. And the core is made in the middle of the map.
I don't think he even has a pylon in his main, Tasteless.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I don't see anything.
All right, so the probe actually finds this location.
So there's a couple issues to bear in mind here. First of all, PartinG needs to keep the cybernetics core and gate safe. There is another hidden location here. He's going to go, I think, Void Ray rush into the main.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay.
By the way, I want to make a quick announcement, because I thought this was going to be sort of normal where I'd have some time to say this, but I'm going to stream my bike ride home after the show in case PartinG 3-0s this. I thought there was going to be a moment where they were just going to be like, well, they're doing the same thing, so I'll just say this now, but I'm going to say in the one moment of downtime we have here.
Do you ride a bicycle home or a unicycle?
A unicycle.
I thought it was unicycle. Yeah. He juggles while he does it, guys, so definitely tune into that.
That's the hardest part.
Okay, he's dead, man.
Yeah, I think
he's making a robo, and when that Void Ray pops in, Zest is just going to shake his head. And that's going to be it.
PartinG
for his
is
GSL run.
a dark magician. He is the master of illusions.
Dude,
this is
triple. Yeah, no, it's literally impossible. Like, he's not going to be able to hold this. Like, he can micro for a bit because he has shield batteries. He's going to have 2 gates.
Oop, careful what you target. Okay, so he needs to get the battery. Now, he has his own batteries out here.
Look at this. He's using his Zealot to kill the battery.
Yeah, a battery cannot heal a battery here. It was Confucius that said that first. He's just going to kill off that Stalker, and then keep in mind another Void Ray is about to pop in the third, not far away. He has to go kill that last battery. Oh, micro.
Oh, man, goes back, gets the heals, going to pick off the sentries. I think that's about it, Tasteless. I think we're done.
That is a wrap. GG, PartinG 3-0s in a dominating fashion. The prep he put in paid off. Shortest day ever, by the way. It is 7:54. We started at 6:30.
Yeah, that is a very quick 2 best-of-5s.
I can't believe how short that was.
Yeah. Sad to see Zest go, but PartinG moves on. You know, one of these guys was going to get eliminated.
You don't say.
Sucks. Well, this early in the tournament, it doesn't seem right.
It does. You're right, Artosis.
I morally object to this.
PartinG moves on. Impressive games. Impressive prep, honestly. I really like what he did in that last game. Again, that would only work against an extremely skilled and smart opponent. As you throw them off that much, they don't know what's coming, and the blind side moment is when that Void Ray gets there, and there's plenty of batteries at the bottom.
Wow, what a surprise. PartinG defeats Zest in a perfect match. And he moves on to round of 16. Congratulations, PartinG. Thank you. Wow, you defeat Zest 3-0. How do you feel? Well, honestly, you know, I tend to be unlucky with brackets. So last season, I lost to Dark, and you know, I was thinking maybe next season I'll be alright. But this season, I met Zest, and you know, I was a little sad about it. But Zest said before, in order to lift a trophy, you need to defeat the tougher opponents. And there's no point in defeating easy opponents. That's what Zest said. So I took that into account, and I prepared really hard. And I really didn't want to lose today. I was really greedy for the win. Wow, you showed a perfect performance today, PartinG. And in the last set, the battle of it was amazing. You went for the Void Ray rush, the sneaky one. You know, Zest tends to play unorthodox sometimes, and I think out of all the pros players, I'm the best at strategizing. And I just wanted to unleash the strategy today. And so far, I didn't have the opportunities to use the strategy, but today I was able to show it today. The first game and the second game was very standard for you, which was quite unexpected. And in the second game, wow, there was a jackpot with the disruptive shots. You know, in practice, I lost so much. And today, I told all my scrim partners, I'm not sure if I'm going to win today, but I said thank to all my scrim partners, and I'm going to play today's match without regrets. And from beginning till the end, I was really satisfied with my performance today. Well, that was very clear to see, PartinG. And today you acquired a 3-0 victory, and you should be very happy before the group nomination. And Rogue is the top seed of this group nomination, so anything you want to say? I don't think I'll be picked first, to be honest.
그냥 바로 뽑아줬으면 좋겠긴
But I hope to be
하겠는데
picked
그럴
first.
일은 없으니까 뭐.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
제 목표는 항상 서로 그냥 비등비등한 실력끼리
Well, my goal
백기 부리지 말고
is to play a neck and neck match with the players and try to make a happy group in the group nomination and try to have an entertaining match for the fans.
오늘도 똑똑한 머리 좋은 친구들이 이렇게 했습니다.
And today, I'm sure the top seeds who are very clever will be able to do that today.
또 이상하네요. 자, 마지막으로 원희석 선수
So, Parting,
한마디
before you go, anything you want to say?
진짜 제가 진짜 열심히 했거든요.
I really tried hard for this season.
진짜 너무 화가 났어요. 그냥 너무 세상이 저를 무시하는
You know, I was so
거를 알았기
infuriated
때문에
in the past
후전
seasons.
막장이다. 인정하는데
I know PvP is kind of rigged right now.
예상을 했더라고요. 그래서 너무 화나가지고.
So, you know, I was very angry at what the fans were talking about. I just wanted to show that class is permanent.
알겠습니다.
Form is temporary.
원희석 선수 다시 한번 축하드립니다.
And once again, congratulations, Parting. Thank you.
네, 이렇게 마지막 코데스 16강.
Thank you, Andy. Congratulations, Parting. Wow, that was... It's funny because the TVT was so short, I thought, all right, well, we can hope for a longer PvP, but that was even quicker, man.
It's a very quick, one-sided day. Percival kind of smashing ForGG 3-1. Parting just destroying Zest 3-0. We did have one close game in there, but that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tonight is not over, guys. In fact, honestly, the best part is still to come. The group selection ceremony. These guys are going to show a lot of their personality. It's always really funny, a lot of fun. And Andy's going to be translating that for you.
That's right. Andy will be back doing that translation when we end our part of the show here.
Yeah. Also, Special's going to be here tonight in the group's nomination, which is always fun and funny. And I believe the ASL translator, Kurt is going to be helping him out. So that's a...
We appreciate his help here in StarCraft 2 as well.
Yes, indeed. Very cool. And there is your final Code S lineup, 745. That Terran lineup is insane tasteless.
Humans did make StarCraft after all. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah,
we made this game in our own image, Artosis.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry the games weren't longer. I knew it was obviously going to be shorter with just 2 best-of-5s, but this is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was actually extremely quick. Hour and a half, done and done. But yeah, don't turn it off. It's going to be like a little bit while we set up for that group selection ceremony.
That's right. So we're going to have a 30-minute break, in fact, while we get that all set up. So almost exactly 30 minutes, so keep the stream on. We'll be headed home.
Yep.
I'll be on my bike. You'll be on your hovercraft.
My hovercraft.
Yeah.
I just fly home normally.
That's right. Like Superman, just arms down. Like
no, wait,
Superman flies with arms up, right?
Yeah, arms up.
Yeah, that's arms up.
Yeah. Well, you got to be able to, like, what if there's like an invisible wall and you hit it with your head?
Or a bird.
Yeah, a bird. You want to be able to punch
it out of the way.
Yeah, that's important.
And then in a week, we'll be doing the Code S Day 1 stream. Again, we're back on the Monday, Thursday, 6:30 schedule, basically indefinitely for all GSL, whether it's Code A, Code S games. And the tickets will go on sale this Friday at 5 p.m. KST. Only 30 seats available. They will probably sell out in a minute, so be ready, and we hope to see you guys down here. We love you. Bye-bye. Enjoy the group selection.